What up guys, and in this video I'm going to talk about all the equipment I'm running on my Nuvo 10. Obviously, to start off, this is the Innovative Marine Nuvo 10. And then I have the black APS stand, which looks really nice. I also want to say that you don't need all this equipment to start a saltwater aquarium. Whenever I started it, I only had the wave pump, and that was it. And obviously the tank. But I've been accumulating all this equipment throughout the time I've had it. Okay, let's start off with the light. This is the current USA Orbit Marine light, and it does hang off because it's a little too long. But whenever I started off, I wanted a light that was inexpensive but still had a timer on it, and obviously all the adjustments to it. And this was I think $100 when I got it. Whenever I had it, if you could see, it has this back portion that still would still be lighting, and I used this also as my refugium light, which I did grow a lot of chaeto with it. But now I have a separate refugium light, and all I did was cover the back portion. I don't know if you could see that with electrical tape, so it won't light the back. But yeah, I do like the light, but I feel like I should have gotten something else, because right now I'm trying to upgrade to a better light, because it does grow SPS, but I feel like I'm not getting the color I should be getting out of them, and I wanna upgrade the light. Okay, and with the wave pump, this is also the current USA, I think it's the eFlux wave pump, and this does come with the controller. This is the controller, and this is the controller for the light. I haven't stuck on here with Velcro, but I think this is the smallest one they have. I think it's 500 gallons per hour, which I really like a lot. It is silent. I can't hear it at all, and I feel like I do need another one, because on this back half I do get a little bit of detritus stuck on here, so I would want to get another one and put it somewhere in the back. But I do like it a lot. Okay, and starting on the first chamber, I do have the custom caddy Innovative Marine cells, and on the first chamber I have some of those filter pads you buy at Petco, and I just cut them to shape and put them on the back. They do work really well. I have to change them like maybe twice, 3 or 2 days in, because they'll get stuck with a lot of crap in it and build up, and it'll clog the water from going in back there, and it'll raise the water level in the front, and then my ATO thinks water is evaporating and it'll shoot more water in there. So I do have to change those pads pretty frequently. And then on the bottom I just have I think it's like 4 bags of the Chemi Pure Blue, the little micro ones, the smallest ones they have. And that's it. That's all I'm running on this caddy. And what I do, because if you could see, it's a little loose, and I want the water to actually fall in there. So what I do, since I don't use the lid, I use these things that came so you could put the lid on there, and I flip it upside down, and that way it pushes it so it won't move, so the water actually flows in through there. Okay, and now on the next chamber I have this hose, which is for the auto top off. And for the auto top off reservoir, I just have this water jug you get at Walmart or whatever grocery store. And then the auto top off I have is the Smart ATO Micro, which is pretty small, and I feel like on these small all-in-ones you want a small auto top off, so it won't waste space, and you could have other things instead of having a big auto top off that takes a lot of space. And that's where I have it. And then obviously, if y'all saw my video, the next little line, this one right here, is for my Comore X1 single doser, which is pretty good right now. I think I have it dialed in. Okay, and now in this back section, all I'm running is all I have in there is Cheeto, and then I have a little bag of Seachem Matrix and 4 Marine Pure spheres, the small ones, and that's all I have. And then I'll turn on the refugium light in a bit so you could see it, but it's the Innovative Marine Cheeto Max light, which just sits on the back. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it sits on the back, and I'll turn it on for you guys. Yeah, so that is it. I think it's pretty good. I do grow the Cheeto a bit. I have to. Right now it's a little trimmed. Okay, and in the back section it is pretty crammed. This is the return section, but I am running the reef glass skimmer. It works pretty well. It does produce pretty wet skimmate, which that's what it's had. I think that this is a month's worth of skimmate. I feel like I probably could get better skimmers, but since I'm running since I have the Cheeto or a Refugium in the bigger section, this is the only skimmer that would fit in this back portion. To make the reef glass skimmer fit back here, I did have to trim. This is the holder, and I did have to trim a lot of it. It does come way bigger, but I trimmed it off with the Dremel so it could fit in this little space back here. And then for the heater, I'm just running a cheap, I'm not even sure what it is, but it's like a $13 or $15 heater. I do need to upgrade though, because during winter it does have a lot of problems trying to keep the water temperature stable. But I'm just waiting, since we're in summer right now, I'm okay with it. And then back there I'm running the Innovative Marine Mighty Jet return pump, which I upgraded because the stock one that comes on the Innovative Marine, it's noisy, and I wanted more flow, and also like since it would get a lot of detritus stuck under it, and it clogged the pump up a lot, and I'd have problems with flow. And like I think every week that I would do a water change, I had to take it out and clean the bottom of it because it gets a lot of detritus stuck under it. And with this pump I don't have that problem a lot. it does fit, but you gotta take the stand, the little stand that comes with it out, and also the little guard on it, and you gotta make the little thing point that way, but it does fit and it's controllable. Right now I do have it on the lowest setting because I feel like that's enough flow for this tank, and if I do speed it up a little, it makes the display section have a lot more water, which is a bad thing, I think. Right now it's good though. And it does have a feeding button which you could click and it'll turn it off, and then after 10 minutes it'll turn back on, or you could click it again and it'll turn back on. I like it a lot. It gives me a lot of flow, where you could see. And then in the bottom I just have a normal, you probably can't see, but like I have a normal plug-in thing, and then I have a smart one that you could control with an app. And on this I do have the refugium light on a timer, and I have I think it's the skimmer, the return pump, and the auto top off, so I could turn them off without having to unplug them and plug them back in, you know, which works really well. But that's it for all the equipment I have on my Nuvo 10. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like or subscribe, and see y'all in the next video.